Everyone present here. I am Mrs. Kavita, Assistant Professor English, NPR College of Engineering Technology, Nattam. So far we have discussed about many parts of the grammar. Today we are going to see about the major part, that is the tenses. Okay, next one, tenses. Tenses means what? Let me know the introduction of tenses. The word tenses is derived from a Latin word tempus, which means a time. A verb indicates the time of an action, event, or a condition by changing its form. Introductions. The tenses is a derived from Latin word that is called as tempus, which means the time. A verb indicates the time of action, event, or conditions or changing its form. Next part is based on time frame. What are the base of time frames? Maybe times represent what? Present, past, and futures. The verb tenses may be categories according to the time frame, past tense, present tense, and future tense. These is the basic elements of a tenses. These are basic. First one is present, second one is past, third one is future. And whenever you say how many times of what are the different categories of time we have seen, we have present, past, and futures. And if we ask what are the different how many types of tenses are there, of course definitely we used to say that are 12 types of sentence. Let me discuss what are the 12 types of sentence and in detailed manner. Let me start with the present tense. Present tense expresses an action and unchanging, a repeated or reoccurring the action and situation that exists only now, which has happened now, that we represent as a present tense. Present tense expresses an exchanging, repeated or reoccurring the action or situations that exists only now. It is also represents a widespread truth. We can see the universal truth and quotations in a present tense. Okay, if the quotes and universal truth are present in a sentence, definitely we can see it is a present tense. Next, what does mean by past? It's a past experience. We are say the past tense. Yesterday, like that we can easily identify in a sentence the past tense. For example, past tense expressions an action or situations that was started and finished in the past, that was started and finished in the past, that is the past tense. Next one is future tense. Future tense express an action or situations that will occur in futures. These are the main content of the tenses. Most probably tenses contain present, past and future. Present means it represents a present tense. It indicates the action and situation it exists now. Next one, past. Past means it represents that action or situation that was started and finished on the past. And future, it expresses an action and situation that occur in future. Next, based on the aspect, we have in each tenses we have a four categories. One is a simple present, present continuous, present perfect, perfect continuous. This is a base thing. Aspect verb tenses may also be categories according to the aspects. Aspects refer to the nature of the action described by the verb. What is here the main theme is based on aspect. Aspects means it's refer the action to the nature of a verb. There are four aspects: simple, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. We can say indefinite or simple, continuous or progressive, perfect or complete, perfect continuous things. These are based on aspects. Next, what does mean by indefinite tense? The three indefinite tenses or a simple tenses describe an action but do not state whether the action is finished. It will describe the action but do not state whether the action is finished. Next one is continuous tense. The three continuous tense, incomplete tense or progressive tense, is describe an unfinished action. The three continuous tenses, incomplete tenses or progressive tenses, it describe an unfinished action. Next, perfect tense. The three complete tenses or perfect tenses described a finished actions. Which the action was over, it is represented as a perfect tense. Then, the perfect continuous tense to combine the complete tenses and incomplete tenses to describe an action which was in process and then finish. Perfect continuous tense represent to combine a complete tense and incomplete tense to describe an action which was in progress and then finish. This is called perfect tense. We can easily identify the tenses in a tabular column. Okay, here there are 12 possible verb of tenses. First, verb tense. In verb tense, we have represent a verb form also. Let me discuss later about the verb form. First of all, verb tense. In verb tense, you have three categories. One is the present, past, and for. In each categories, you have four conditions. What are they? Present, past, future. These are the main thing. Present is an indefinite, present continuous, present perfect continuous. This is the four categories in present tense. Past tense, past indefinite or past simple past, past continuous tense, past perfect continuous. Then simple future or simple indefinite, future continuous, future perfect continuous. These are the 12 types of tenses we already know. Here it is a list of the rules of these tenses. We can easily identify, we can have the verb form. I already told that I have a verb form. Verb form, first form of the verb represent a present tense. Second form of the verb represent past tense. Third form of the verb represent past participle. Fourth form of the verb represent as an ing form. Here in this tabular column they have given first form and then first form, third form, like that they have given. We have to mention the verb format. You already know, you already came across the verb forms. Now let me discuss about one by one. First we will move on to the simple present. If you are using a simple forms, in present tense you use first form of verb and s/es. While you using present continuous tense, you have to use am, is, or. Is for singular, am is for plural, and first form plus ing. That means you should use a fourth form of verb. In verb form, you should use fourth one. Next, perfect tense. Has, have, plus third form of verb. You should use past participle. Next, perfect progressive, that is a continuous tense. Has/have been plus fourth form of verb. Here they are representing first form plus ing. We can say another way as a fourth form of verb. That is future continuous tense. Next one, past. In past tense, we can easily identify the verb, it is finished part. So, second form of verb will have in the past tense. Next, was, were. Plus, fourth form of verb we will use for past continuous tense. Next, had. Past perfect tense. If you see the had in a sentence, we can easily identify the sentence as a past perfect tense. We should use the word, third form of verb we should use for past perfect tense. Next one is has been plus first form of ing. We can use fourth form of verb. We should use past perfect continuous, had, been, ing. Next, future, we shall use will, shall and first form of verb. Next one, will be. Be we should use and fourth form of verb we should use. Here the indicating plus ist form plus ing. It means first form of verb. First form of verb means, for example, write. While you add ing, we will represent as writing, like that. Will, have plus third form of verb, it's represent a perfect tense. And perfect progressive forms, we have will, have been plus form of ing. These are the various form tabular column. If you know these things, you can easily identify the verbs. Just you have to keep in your mind, if it is a present tense, whether it is a simple present, you should use a first form of verb and yes. Whether it is a present perfect tense, you should use have, has and third form of verb. Present continuous tense, you should use am, is, or and then fourth form of verb. Present perfect continuous tense, if continuous tense represent, we will use the ing form of the verb. You should use has plus have plus been. There are two continuous tense. One is the present continuous and perfect continuous. Here we can easily identify, if it is a present continuous, we should use am, is, or. If it is a perfect, we should use has, have plus been. That's all. This is a easy keywords to identify a sentence, which type of sentence it is. Next one, second form of verb. Was, were. Next, it is a past tense. Had, third form of verb. Had, been plus first form of verb ing. Here there are different categories are there in a past tense. We can easily identify. If we know the verb pattern very well, we can easily identify the tenses also. Past form of the verb represent a past tense. For simple past, we should use a past tense, and continuous tense and past perfect continuous tense, we should use the ing form. More or less, past continuous tense we will use was, were, and past perfect continuous tense we should use had, been. Perfect means had will present, plus we should had been for perfect continuous tense, because it is a continuous. For that purpose we are using the been. Next one is future. The same categories, will, shall and first form of verb. When it is continuous, be should be added. Next, in perfect tense, will have plus third form of verb. Next, will have been plus first form of verb, that is ing form. That's all. These is the keywords to identify a sentence in a tenses. Let me discuss about the present tense. Present tense. Present tense, there are four categories. What are they? Simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Simple present. Simple present is used to describe an action or an event occur conditions in the present at the moment of the speaking or writing. For example, I play, I teach, like that. Okay. Simple present tense is used to describe an action, an event, or a condition that is occurring in a present at a moment of speaking or writing, which is represented in the present. We should use simple present. Example, I play, she plays, like that. Okay. Next, present continuous tense. A present continuous tense emphasizes the continuing nature of the act, event, or a condition. Maybe we can easily identify the rules of the tenses. It is in the tabular column. In previously we have seen the same format. Here they have given you I am playing. Playing is continuous tense. That is 1 plus ing. First form of verb plus ing, or fourth form of verb we can easily represent like this. Present continuous tense emphasize the continuing nature of an act, event, or a conditions. Examples, I am playing, she is playing, they are playing. It is represented as a continuous tense. Next one is present perfect tense. Present perfect tense is used to describe the action that begins in the past and continues into the present or just has been completed. Present, the tenses is used to describe the action that begins in the past and continues into the present, just has been completed. I have played. She has played. Like that. Next one is present perfect continuous tense. It's used to describe an action, event, or a condition that has begun in the past and continues into the past. The present perfect continuous is used to describe an action, event, or a condition that has begun in the past and continues into the present. For example, I have been playing. She has been playing. Like that, we can represent these tenses. Okay, let me discuss later about the past tense and future tense in next class. I think you are clear with this. I think so. I will repeat again. In tenses, you have 12 categories. One is present. In verb, you have three forms. One is a present, past, and futures. Apart from that, you have a present tense. You have four divisions. One is a simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Next one, past, simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous. Simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. Here, if you know the tabular column easily, if you have a clear idea about the tabular column, you can easily identify the sentence in the tenses. Okay, it is very easy to identify the tenses. It's a easy progress. This is the rules to use. Just you by heart the rules and keep it in your mind. It is very useful for you to make a sentence. Okay, thank you.